of the conference committee, which was set up by the two chambers to harmonize the bill through an act to establish the Nigeria Peace Corps. In line with the provisions of the 1999 Constitution, the President is expected to take a decision on the bill within 30 days of receiving it. Baba has assured voters of their safety at the polls. He also ordered the deployment of policemen to 185 local government areas across the 24 states of the Federation where supplementary polls will be held. Recall that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) during the February 25 and March 18 elections declared some governorship, National Assembly to exercise their franchise and be law-abiding while maintaining peace and orderliness. Meanwhile, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in Niger State has said that it is set for Saturday's supplementary elections in 4 local government areas of the state, where the March 25 exercise was declared inconclusive. The Commission said the election will be conducted in Agay, Agwara, Rafi, and Rijal local government areas. The resident electoral commissioner in the state, Joshua election, said the training of 15 coalition officers that will handle the exercise was already in progress, while the bimodal voter accreditation system BVAS machines to be used have been configured. He added that the movement of sensitive and non-sensitive materials, as well as the staff, will be done simultaneously.
But we should also acknowledge where there are some pockets of problems here and there. We will also look at it critically and try to see how we can, if not eradicate it all.
Nigeria CBN has warned Nigerians to disregard a fake recruitment portal purportedly floated by the bank. In a statement, the CBN Acting Director, Corporate Communications, Isa Abdulmumin, said the central bank is currently not engaging in any general recruitment exercise. But this was just as the Deputy Director, Development Finance Department, and Head of the Financial Inclusion, CBN, Paul Olukipe, called for more suspecting applicants into divulging sensitive information about its bank verification numbers, among others, and rejected physical disabled persons. To education matters now, the Executive Secretary of the Tertiary Intervention was speaking during a press briefing. Econo disclosed that 3 billion naira would be given to 6 selected varsities, 1 billion naira each to 6 polytechnics and 6 colleges of education across the country, the beneficiary tertiary institutions. Econo added that the remaining 5% of the allocation would be used for staff salaries and allowances, as well as project monitoring and zonal capital projects.
So it was the wisdom of the board so that they can do specific projects, and when you finish with the set of institutions, you move to the others. That way you'll be able to achieve value. And so each year, for example, we'll take 6 universities, 6 polytechnics, 6 colleges of education. Last year we did that. And we can see across our campuses the benefit of this innovation. Each to 6 universities. And the 6 universities are, from the North Central Zone, we have Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida University in Napai, that's in Niger State. From the Northeast Zone, we have a Federal University in Wukari, that's in Taraba State, Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. While in the South-South, we have the Edo State University in Uzeiro, that's in Edo State. And finally, in the Southwest, we have the Federal University of Technology.
7 kilometers of roads in 5 days, starting with the commissioning of 3.32 kilometers Ring Road 2 from a car road to a back roads dual carriageway with 1 roundabout. Formation and strategy mentioned the 3.5 kilometers Afayiman Leprosy Hospital Road in the Tinan local government, with 0.715 kilometers outfall drain scheduled for commissioning on Tuesday, April 18, and the 12.421 as part of the 60.67 kilometers roads. Now, the statement released yesterday outlined the 23.4 kilometers Etinan Eked Road with 3 bridges and 4.11 kilometers outfall drain, as well as the 17-point areas respectively, as the other 2 major road projects scheduled for commissioning on Tuesday, May 2nd and Thursday, May 4, respectively. Meanwhile, the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has passed into law a bill to provide for a map for the state and other matters connected therewith, taking effect from yesterday, April 13, 2023. And this followed the report of the Joint Committee on Lands and Housing, Boundary and Conflict Resolution, and Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, presented by its chairman, Conflict, Enhance and Promote Development within the mapped-out boundaries. Let's go to Africa now, where Swiss President Alain Berset, whose country will preside over the UN Security Council in May, has pledged counterpart Felix Tshisekedi. The Swiss president said they want to focus on those who are the first victims of insecurity. Alain Berset has been visiting the DRC since Wednesday evening, where after the capital Kinshasa, it plans to go to the east, which has been where the M23 rebellion has displaced thousands of people since the end of 2021. Having joined the United Nations only 20 years ago, Switzerland has been a non-permanent member of the Security Council since January and will assume the presidency. Will not disarm or demobilize as long as there is no direct political dialogue with the government in Kinshasa. A rebel spokesman, Loris Kanyuka, issued by the fighting for the event. It is still on the foreign scene. North Korea held yesterday's launch, which led to a brief evacuation order in Japan, a miraculous success. Say they are not without downsides. This is reportedly the first time the North has said these were powered by liquid propellant, which must be fueled directly ahead of a launch, a process that can't and would therefore enable North Korea to strike with far less warning. Old Trafford in Europa League first leg tie. To stay with us. Welcome back and many thanks indeed for staying with us. Up to 10 years into a trust fund account. This is contained in a recently released exposure draft of the guidelines on the method. A circular accompanying the exposure draft stated that the guideline was in response to requests from banks, a circular which was signed by the Director of Financial Policy and Regulation Department of the Apex Bank, Chibuzo, transfer all unclaimed funds into an unclaimed balanced trust fund and a pool account, and would be returned to the beneficiaries after a 10-day notice. Means any provision of the new guideline of not. But still in business, the Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON, has said that it destroyed a program with tire dealers at the Africa Tire Village, Lagos, and its International Trade Fair complex in Lagos. We're speaking that there were 40 million used tires across the country. He added that the agency had also trained over 800 tires presented at the event by the Director of Compliance, SON, Suleiman Issa, said the move was a clear demonstration of what zeros must be on deck to checkmate the influx of substandard goods into the country. Healthcare delivery in Nigeria. While speaking at the inauguration of the policy, Dr. Ihanire said, he said the federal government was working relentlessly to ensure availability of functional primary health care commodities for the provision of voluntary family planning services, quality antenatal care, safe delivery to all persons, especially adolescents and women. Well, according to him, in the meantime, the United Nations Children's Fund says it has the supplies will help displaced families who now live in makeshift shelters on higher ground and are contending with overcrowded life-saving health services in bad Beg your pardon, light march killed more than 20 people and displaced over 100,000 more, as well as destroying property, including. Let's talk sports now, where Manchester United blew a 2-goal lead as late own goals from Harry Trafford. United appeared to be striding towards the semi-finals after Marcel Sabitzer's first-half double hing on producing a positive result in next Thursday's return fixture at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Arena, without Algeria's forward Victor Boniface is in the running for the UEFA Player of the Week and Goal of the Week awards. He is the leading scorer in the Europa League this season with 6 goals. The talented striker will battle the other players nominated for the Goal of the Week prize are Florian Wirtz of Bayer Leverkusen, Feyenoord's Mart Wiefer, and Mark. And now in entertainment, the National Association of Emerging Artists, NAE, has expressed displeasure that it was disappointed with the portrayal of artists as criminals by the producer and director, Kemi Akindoji. State Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Zamat Akindele Yusuf, frowned at the promoters of the movie. While still an entertainer, DK. In a recent interview with media personality Toke Makinwa, Bob Risky said he misses their friendship. Reports say. Well, with that, we come to the end of the news. Thank you so very much indeed for joining us. Don't forget, you can follow us on all of our social media platforms. Many thanks for joining us. I'm Raymond Eta. Good afternoon.